By watching this instructional video and observing these easy-to-follow steps, you'll be much better prepared to complete your project of grouting tiles with confidence. Before applying grout, you need to measure the spacing between tiles carefully so that joints are no less than 1/16 of an inch and no greater than 3/16 of an inch in width. Peel and stick tiles must be clean and well bonded to the substrate. Prior to grout application, of course, all joint spacers must be removed. Joints must be clean and dry before grout is applied by using a soft bristle broom or a vacuum. It's also recommended that you have a rigid rubber float on hand to use in applying the grout, as well as a non-abrasive grout sponge for cleanup. A generous supply of cool, clean water should also be readily available. And be sure you have obtained the necessary amount of grout before beginning the job. This table shows the estimated amount of grout needed for your workspace to ensure proper coverage. As you can see, the table takes into account tile size and joint width. Now you're all set to begin. Start grouting in one corner of the work area away from the exit, working across the room and backwards toward the exit. Plan to grout no more than 3 square feet at a time, or as many as can be comfortably reached. Put a small amount of grout on the float and firmly press the grout into the joint. Continue to apply grout in this manner around the edges of the tile in your immediate workspace. Proper application technique requires that you not work the grout across the face of the tile in a circular or swishing motion. To remove excess grout from a joint, use the short edge of the rigid float. Hold the float at a 90-degree angle and move it diagonally down the length of the grout joint. All joints should be fully filled with grout, so they're free of gaps and voids. Grout should be flush with the bottom of the bevel on the tile or just below its finished edge. Any excess grout that you remove using this technique should be returned to the grout container for later use. Unwanted grout should be continually cleaned up during the application process. Use a non-abrasive grout sponge specifically designed for this purpose. The sponge should be clean and damp dry for best results. When removing the excess grout with a sponge, make sure not to introduce large amounts of water onto the grout joints. Because this cleaning process is so critical, it's strongly recommended that the following steps be carefully taken. First, soak your non-abrasive sponge in cool, clean water. Wring out the excess water. Then wipe the surface of the tile with a damp sponge to remove the unwanted grout. Then rinse the sponge a second time and completely wring out the water. Use the damp sponge in a light wiping motion to smooth the grout joints and clean film from the tiles. Again, avoid getting excessive amounts of water on the joints, as this can compromise the integrity of the grout. Turn the sponge over to the clean side and draw it diagonally across the tiles to remove any remaining film. To remove a remaining light haze, wait 1 full day, then wipe using a damp sponge. If the sponge is not effective in getting rid of the haze, use a soft white scrub pad with mild detergent and warm water, then wipe across the face of the tiles. Whether you're using a sponge, towel, or scrub pad to remove haze, always rinse often and change rinse water frequently to keep the sponge, towel, or pad as clean as possible. Your new floor will be ready for light foot traffic 24 hours after installation. It's strongly advised to wait at least 72 hours before heavy traffic, pets, and furniture are permitted on the new floor. To prevent possible damage to your grouted floor from furniture, the use of nylon or felt-type furniture glides is required. It's recommended that you should allow a full 7 days for grout to achieve final cure. Allow at least 7 days before exposing your grouted tile floor to any appreciable amount of water. Now relax and enjoy your beautifully grouted Novalis innovative flooring.